Hello ladies and gents, Lee here with another video just to get my reactions to Sunderland sacking Tony Mowbray last night. I would have done this last night, but by the time the news broke, I was tucked up in bed. The alarm's gone off for 5 o'clock. I wasn't going to move. I expected it. I turned on and said pre-Millwall that if he didn't win, I think he should have gone. But obviously the way we played didn't do myself any favours. I thought the point would have getting him the West Brom and Leeds game and see how we were after that. But obviously it wasn't meant to be. Obviously his comments coming out afterwards haven't done himself any favours. Turn on basically insinuating that the board are telling him to pick the team, which, yes, we want to get these young players on the pitch to get the value out of them, but it works both ways. I wouldn't imagine Christian Speakman and Kirill Dreyfus are sitting there with their fingers crossed, sitting on the edge of the seat, playing, please bring on Bradley Dack, please bring on Bradley Dack, please play Luke O'Neill at centre back. So it works both ways. He's made team selections that are in substitutions that you would think Christian Speakman and Kirill Dreyfus wouldn't want. So I think he's just trying to pass the blame on to somebody else. I said on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, that last season when we had obstacles and problems, he found solutions to them, i.e. not having a centre forward from January onwards. I know Joe Gellard was technically bought as a centre forward, but he wasn't one. He found solutions to that and obviously got us into the playoffs, where this season he's had 4 centre forwards and none of them have worked out. But he's never given them a run of games. He's just playing for 3 or 4 games and coming up for excuses why it's not working, which wasn't the Tony Mowbray of last season. Personally, I think he was a little bit bitter after the search for other managers in the summer when they thought the playoffs wasn't on. The likes of Farioli and Matthias Yesale, and obviously those times last season where Kirill Dreyfus was pictured next to Gerdon Struber, who's went on to manage Salzburg and currently is Salzburg manager. So maybe a little bit bitterness on Tony Mowbray's side after that. I felt something was off from Preston away. I was in the away end for Preston, and I felt something was totally off. Something was totally off then from Tony Mowbray. But personally, last season when things were going really good and that was the best football I've seen since the Quinn and Phillips days, like the Peter Reid era, I thoroughly enjoyed going to matches last season. At an extent other than Huddersfield, I've enjoyed going this season. But I think a change was needed. I mean, he was coming out in these post-match press conferences and he was proud of his players for the Millwall performance when the players were shocking. They were really, really bad. They were really, really poor. So there was no surprise the change happened. Who we bring in, God knows. Names are getting linked out there at the minute. Stephen Schumacher. Some Julian Sable. Nice assistant manager to Francesco Farioli. Not coincidental, I wouldn't imagine. A few other names out there, John Eustace. My first choice would have, if we're going to get one, I'd go for Stephen Schumacher from Plymouth. Obviously, you saw how good of a job he'd done on Sunday the other week, and he has done a good job at Plymouth. I think it'll be a foreign coach that comes in from abroad that a lot of people are drawn on, saying you'll have to Google to find out who they are. I think that's who it'll be. Someone that Christian Speakman and Kirill Dreyfus would have done their background checks on. They have a lot of credit in the bank. There's the board about... obviously, players were bought. There have been 1 or 2 duck eggs, but the majority of getting everything right. So I imagine they get this one right. They are people who are saying, when does Christian Speakman get criticised? It does look on paper the right decision to sack Tony Mowbray if his successor is successful. If they're not, then that's the right time to get on the backs of Christian Speakman and Louis Dreyfus as well, because this is their 4th head coach, Lee Johnson, Alex Neil, Tony Mowbray, and this one. So if this one goes wrong after sacking Tony Mowbray, then this will be on their head and no one else's. This one have to look at themselves, and Christian Speakman probably will be threatening for his job if this doesn't go well. One thing I will say, one person I don't want is Frank Lampard. Whoever is suggesting Frank Lampard, get told off me swearing, but fuck off. Then once you're fuck off some more. I just do not want Frank Lampard anywhere near them. He has no right to go and get a job like Sunderland. He failed at Derby, he failed at Chelsea, and then he failed at Everton, and then he failed at Chelsea again. So why in God's green earth should he be getting linked to the Sunderland job? I do not know. I imagine it'll be a swift appointment. I think somebody will be in before the West Brom game. More likely be Thursday. I'll wait till Friday to do the West Brom preview, and I'll give my reaction to an appointment if there is one. Then, hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe. I've been Leroy SAFC. You have been an absolute delight. Onwards and upwards for the football club. How are the lads?